What's going on, guys? SonicFan20 here, and welcome back. Well, I really shouldn't say welcome back. God, I'm so used to that. Welcome to a very, very different video. Today, we're gonna be making a Lego thing, and not just a Lego thing. We're gonna make a Sonic-related thing. I was gifted this after winter break by a certain special someone, and that special someone is watching this video right now. Shout out to them. And it's meant to be like a small figure of Sonic, and the end result is supposed to look like this, like this, like a little chibi Sonic kind of thing. And speaking of the devil, I forgot to grab the stickers. I'll be right back.
One unsuccessful search later.
Okay, I have returned, and I have some bad news. I lost the stickers. I don't know where they went. I tried to find them in my room. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find them. I don't know how they got lost, but I'm not gonna let that stop me, because we are gonna do some high-level improvisation. We're gonna color in the spots. I know that sounds insanely dumb, but I lost the stickers. I don't even know how I lost them. I didn't touch them since the day I got them. That makes no sense at all, but shoot. We're just gonna have to make this work. So, let's not worry about that now. Let's start the building process. And now I'm not gonna bore you with this whole thing. I'm not gonna show how it's just probably one of those things where it's been whatever. I don't even know. All right, we're gonna start with step one. We gotta do something. We gotta build something like a this. We gotta build a formation like this. Let's give it a shot. Wait, bro, wait a minute. None of those pieces, for this part right here, they don't connect. All of them together. Am I supposed to build the top one first? Wait, I'm so confused. That's step one done, and it only took me 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes just for step one. And the fact that that was step one is the most concerning part. All right, step two. This one's a shorter one, so we can definitely pull this off in no time. Pieces, and now we just gotta make this right here. Let me just put the focus. God damn it. We're supposed to make this. This is the start of Sonic's feet. So let's see how. Let's just see. It's gonna be an easier one, considering the fact that there's less pieces to work with, and it might and most likely not be a pain in the ball. So let's do it. that's step 2. It really looks like a Star Wars spaceship if you really look at it. Looks like the pod. Looks like, I don't know, the pod racer from episode 1. I don't freaking know. All right, step 3. We have pretty much 1, 2, 4, 6. We got 6 pieces. And they're for the middle part. Okay, that's gonna be an easier one. No, that one's also an easier one, so I guess that's another freebie. That's step 3. Alright, step 4. Alright, still not a lot of, still very less pieces to work with, so this is gonna be an easy one. Let's get to it. We gotta make something that looks like this. I forgot to show step 3. Hold on, let me just. So this is step 3, which we already finished, and this is step 4, which we gotta build. I don't know, the body. I think we're on the body now. We started on the legs and the feet, so now we're on the body. So just pray to God that things don't go that south, and we don't look like idiots. And I don't look like an idiot by the end of this. There it is, step 4. It actually is starting to resemble like Sonic a little bit with the arms and the hands. Being a little chibi goober that we're trying to make here. Alright, step 5. Alright, let's see what we gotta work with here. For step 5, we're still gonna build up to the body, and it's building up to the neck. So we're gonna approach the head like pretty soon here. So let's rock and roll, shall we? Alright, there it is. Step 5 complete. And this is pretty much the body done pretty much. Like you can, let me get the focus set up real quick. Like you can see the tail in place. You can kind of see the shoes coming into play. The arms. You can see the body and the arms. Or I think we're going to start the head now. So if we, go down here and then see. Yes, we're actually starting on the head now. And by the looks of it, it's gonna play out pretty much the same as how we start the body, so I'm definitely gonna take a lot longer here. Maybe, hopefully not the same length as, the first one, because that one took unnecessarily long. And trust me, trying to find the pieces is just as difficult as putting them together and trying to figure it out. Because from there, that's when you can just, cruise on through like it's nothing. And there are a lot of pieces here, so we're gonna be here for a while. finally solved it. Sorry, step 6 is done now. Let's move on to step 7. God. Alright, step 7. According to lay instruction, my phone's now at 15%. Alright, I'll just do this step and I'll move on to something else. Maybe, I don't even know. Maybe then take a break, but I'm not really sure. Alright, step 7. I think this is where we're gonna start to make, like, you know, like the, you know, Sonic's muzzle or something like that, if that's what it's called. I could be wrong. Look, I don't know anything about Hedgehog and Anime, alright? Relax. Alright. This one is definitely a lot shorter because, you know, building the foundations of, like, you know, the body and the head are hard as hell. But adding stuff onto and then, like, you know, slowly building on those said foundations are a lot easier, so it's definitely gonna be smooth sailing, and then after a while I'll probably take a break and then finish it later, so yeah. Let's get to it. Alright, that's step 7. Very quick and simple. We can definitely see where the nose is coming from. We just gotta add, like, you know, the actual nose, and then we're done, and then we can move into the eyes. You can kind of see where the spikes are starting to come out, and that's pretty interesting as hell. So now we got step 8, and this is where we actually do put the nose, which is literally one black, like, regular block, and then we just gotta, and then we're gonna make the eyes after that. So let's do it. Alright, that's step 8. We can, now the nose has been added. We can see it's starting to come together, and the eyes too have been, you know, they're there. Oh, there, you can really see it now. And yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take a break and I'll come back later, alright? So I'll be right back. Alright, like 2 hours later, and my phone is now fully charged, and we shall resume our build. So I went ahead before I took a break. I decided to get all the pieces for the next step, which is, I believe, step 9. Yes, step 9. Step 9 is the next one, which is just us building more on the eye, and I think this is where we get to start on Sonic Spikes. And so far the progress on the head looks really great. Like, I actually honestly didn't think I would get this far. I thought I would give up like halfway through. So I don't even know if we even are halfway through, but whatever. Let's continue, shall we? Alright, that's step 9. Quick and simple. We can definitely see the start of Sonic Spikes, and now we shall easily move on to step 10. And now for step number 10, if we look closely here, we can see that we're pretty much still on the eyes. We're like pretty much at the point, we're almost at the top of the eyes. Let's just say that. We're starting the top of the eyes. Yeah. So let's resume and finish this. I probably might not. I don't know if I'm. I mean, I could do this today. I have the whole freak. I probably could do this today, and if I don't, well, I mean, I have the whole summer to do this. So, yeah. All right, let's do this. Alright, that's step 10. Quite simple, and we can really see the eyes. We just gotta add more stuff, and then we're set. And as we move on to the other side, we have pretty much 9 more steps to go, and then we're done. Alright, step 11. We see here, I think this is... we're still on the top of the eye, so we're getting there. So, let's resume. Alright, that's step 11 complete. We can really see where the, the start of the eyebrow, if you want to call it an eyebrow. Yeah, looks great. Really coming together. Alright, step 12. According to lay instrucciones, we need to just, we're pretty much done with the eyes, so all we gotta do is just build the top of his head. That's pretty much it, so let's resume. Oh god, thank goodness. Oh my god, thank god. That would have been ended the whole video that quickly. Jesus. Look at that! We're getting somewhere. We're like we're just about starting on like the middle spike of Sonic. That is progress, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's move on to step 13, alrighty? Step 13 is actually us doing the top spikes. I don't know if we're skipping that middle spike, but fine, that's fine by me. But we're just actually making just the spikes. Alright, that's gonna be an interesting experience. Let's do it to it. Alright, we got Sonic's quills done. I think I did them right. They look a little weird, but I think they'll look better once we've finished the head. So, that is step 13. Now we gotta move on to 14. If you look at this here, we're actually pretty much building the top of the head. We were just building the spikes before. So now we just actually gotta build the head, and we're almost done. So finding the bricks will be easy as balls. So, let's do it. that's step 14 is actually starting to come together, you know what I'm saying? And now, first things first, we gotta move on to step 15. Now for step 15 is just the usual, just adding, you know, just still building the head and stuff like that because, nah. But we are approximately, excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. We are about, I think, 5 steps away from finishing this. So this is gonna be litty, mate. So let's do it. Alright, that's step 15. Looks great so far. Alright, step 16. Let's see what we're working with here. Alright. I think this is like the top of the head, and step 17 has us doing the ears. So, we're almost done with the head. Step 16 is going to be the last step for the head, and then 17 will be for the ears. And then 18 looks like it's gonna be the rest of the spikes, and then 19 is just us putting the head in, and then boom, we're done. Victory lap, boy! Alright, there it is. The head has been fully modeled and done. Now all we gotta do is do the ears and finish off the rest of the spikes so we can get the hell out of here. This is 4 items times 2. That's literally what it is. 4 items times 2. So alright, let's get this. Is gonna be a quick one, so let's do it. Look at that! The ears are done! Wow! Looks like freaking unused. Alright, moving on. Step 18. Now it's actually the spikes. All we gotta do is just repeat the same process twice, and then bang bang boom, we're out. Alright, let's do it. There it is, folks, the head of Sonic the Hedgehog. But first, we must do our improvisation. And improv. Look at that! That doesn't look that bad. It actually looks really great. See? That's how you improvise, folks. Well, if you lose your stickers for your Lego set, always use a Sharpie. And have a steady hands, and be sure to try and also be really careful. But yeah. Step 19 is to put the head on top of the body, and we are going home. Just get it. Gotta get it in there. It's struggling. Ugh. There it is, folks. It's done. It would say to put the stickers on, but we already explained it that I lost it, and there are no more steps, so that's it. And also, I like to point out, also, I still have some spare pieces left. I don't know why. Maybe it's just in case like I lose something, or they added or unless those are added on by accident. But yeah. Alright boys, there it is. We have successfully built this Sonic, chibi Lego figure. Honestly, it is honestly nice to head back to my old Lego roots, back when I was, I was really like high in the sky when it comes to Lego. I remember the first actual set I got was sets from the Lego Movie, because that movie was gold back then. It still is, and it still is. And the first set, I think it was the mech. Yeah, Emmett's mech at the end of the movie. And then the second one I got based on the Lego Movie was the Super Cycle during the chase scene in Bricksburg. And that was it, honestly, I think, for Lego Movie stuff. And then, like, during 5th grade, there was a Christmas giveaway in school. Yes, that was a thing. And I saw a Lego X-Wing, and I had to just get it. I called dibs on it the moment I saw it, and I got it. I actually built the damn thing and completed it. And then after that, I didn't get really any like Lego figurines, like any Lego sets again after a while, because I don't know, I guess my Lego passion kind of died out a long time ago. And plus all the sets I build, I just tore them apart and built random stuff from my imagination. And honestly, like I still have some of the old pieces from those sets, but I probably either lost them, they're either damaged because I kept biting them. I had a huge biting habit back then for some reason. I don't know why. Don't ask, I was really young. And of course I don't have the instructions. So I think the biggest one I built was obviously the X-Wing. It was huge, dude. It was huge. And honestly, like doing this Sonic figurine is pretty cool. And remind you, this was given to me, so I didn't ask, but again, shout out to that special person that gave me this. You know what you are, and you did the Lord's work. And yeah, so that was it. That was it. So without further ado, boys, I'm gonna call it here. I want to say thank y'all for watching. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Remember, stay speedy blue. Have a good day. Fare thee well.